Hello Apache developers. So in this video, we are going to see the file component in Apache Camel. So the file component support consumer and the producer. What is consumer? Consumer is listens particular folder and pick and process those files based on the configuration. Producer to produce the file into the mentioned particular folder. The consumer is called as a listener and producer we can call as file writer to write the file into the particular folder. So let's have this scenario. So I have source folder where the files are placed, and our application needs to listen that particular folder and move that file to the target folder. Once it successfully moved that file to target, then it needs to keep the copy of the file into archive folder. So for this demo, I'm just moving the file from source to target. I'm not doing any transformation or validation in between, just moving the file from the source and target. Once it's successfully moved to target, then the same file moved to the archive folder for the backup purpose. Let's create application and see the demo. I open my Eclipse. So I created class file demo.java. So here I extend the route builder and added the configure method. So here I'm going to create my route. So when we are talking about consumer, we have to start from component. So here I'm writing file, so which will call this file component in Camel framework, which will listen the folder. We have to give the folder where it needs to be listened. So I'm giving, this is my source folder. Then we have to give this property no equal to false. Then I'm adding delay. So as I mentioned in the concept, the file-based indications are near real time. So based on this delay only, delay seconds as a polling interval. So it will poll that particular folder as per this delay. So I'm giving 5 seconds. So it means every 5 seconds it will look that particular folder. I want to store this file name. So when this connector component, this file connector component, listen that particular folder, whenever the file is placed, so it will pick the file and it will come. So we have to get the file name so that we can write the same file name in the target as well. So for that I created variable to store this file name. So here I'm giving simple. We can get that file name from the header properties. To call that header property, I'm writing expression file dot name. So which will give this file name, and we are storing that into file name variable. To see the file content, I'm logging this body. So which will log the whole file content here. After that, I'm going to write the file into the target location. So for that, we have to put 2. Here I'm going to call file producer component file. Then I have to give the target path. So this is my target path. Then what is the file name I want to write? So I want to write the same file name which is placed in the source folder. So for that, file name is the property. So we have to set the value which is stored in the variable. To take that, we have to give that expression variable dot file name. I am closing my DSL. Let's run this application and see the demo. Let's wait till this application deployed. So application deployed and we can see route started. Now I'm going to this source folder I'm placing one XML file here. So the job pick up the file and processed. So in source folder, we are not seeing that particular file. So here it is printed the file content. Let's go and check the target folder. So if you see in the target folder, the file is placed. Now, as per our scenario, we have to move the file to archive folder, but for the backup purposes. So for that, we have to add property here, move, then we can give the path. So I added the property, move equal to archive folder. So let's save this file. Then application will redeploy. It's get redeployed. Now I'm going to paste the file. I'm deleting from the target. I'm copying this file and placing into source folder. It's pick up the file and you can see the file content printed in the log. If I go to archive, the file also moved. Now we placed one file, so it pick up and processed. So how this application behaves when we place multiple files. So I'm taking before testing multiple file, I want to add one component for our understanding purpose. So I'm adding the header variables created by this file connector. So these are all the header variables. For to get the file name, we have to call this expression, this header variable file dot name to get the extension file dot txt. Then to get the size of the file, we can give size and modified, which will give the time value in Unix timestamp format. Now I save this file. Application restarted. Now let's take all this file, move to this source folder. So it's pick up all the file and processed in a single go. Here it's printed the header variables. If you see, it's pick up the file based on the names. It sorted the files with the names. By default, the sorting is based on the name. Then it pick up all the files. In some scenarios, we may have to pick up the file based on the modified timestamp. So which file created first, we need to pick up those file and process. So in that case, we can add sort by property in our route, which will give this consumer to pick the file based on the whatever the field we are giving for the sorting option. By default, the name is by based on the name, it is sort and pick up. Now we are going to give based on the time. So we have to give sort by the file header value we have to give modified. So now I added sort by condition to my consumer. Saving this application. So application getting restarted. Let me pick up all the files again and placing into the source folder. All files pick up and processed. If you see now, it is taking the books.xml first. If you see the old list, it pick up the file a test3.xml, then b test4.xml. But now it is taking based on the modified time value. In the file consumer, we have a lot of other properties to filter based on extension. We can add those properties to filter only this particular extension based files. Know about all other properties, you can check this Apache Camel documentation. We have seen all files pick up in a single run and processed. When we are designing this application, if all files are picked up by this application, then it will use huge memory. The performance will be slow, or you have to allocate a lot of memory for this application. To avoid that, if you want to process single file in a single polling interval, for example, for each poll you want to pick up only one file and process, then we can add property for that as well. So now I'm removing this and adding that particular property. Maximum messages per poll. If I give 1, then it will pick up only one file in a single poll. So application restarted. I'm placing 2 files now, test1 and test2. So one file only processed in a single poll. And after 5 seconds, the next file pick up and processed. So using this property, we can set number of files needs to be picked up in the single poll. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and provide your comments. If you need more videos, subscribe to our channel. Thank you.